charges in our general district court tomorrow morning would be the earliest he would appear in front of a judge to be told what charges he's facing and have an opportunity to have a lawyer defend him. And that's really all I want to say tonight, guys. But thank y'all for being here, and thank you for your interest. And prayers, please, for all the members of law enforcement involved in this case, and especially the ones who have been injured. Thank you.
All right, I'm Sergeant Rick Garlet. Sheriff Taylor has asked us to conduct the investigation into this incident this evening. Of course, that process is just now getting underway. We're waiting on a search warrant to enter the residence and collect evidence and find out exactly what this gentleman was up to and what was going on at that particular time. So we don't have a whole lot of information to give you at this point because that process is just beginning right now. Our agents will be here probably most of the evening gathering all the evidence they can from the scene. They have interviewed or are interviewing the suspect now, and he is in custody. And like the sheriff and the Commonwealth attorney said, we're very happy that there were no further injuries tonight. This could have ended much worse than it did. I'm glad he gave himself up and came on out. So with that, we're going to open up for a few questions. Now, we're not going to talk about the investigation at this particular point other than, you know, what we've talked about so far. But we'd like to entertain some of the questions if you guys have any.
Sergeant, I'm not sure if this question is for you. I think this question might be for you, Sheriff. But the original warrants that they were serving, are you able to tell us what those were for?
Yes, one was for brandishing a firearm, and the second was trespassing. In addition to that, there was a protective order that had been issued, and that's one of the reasons we were there to attempt to serve the protective order as well.
Can you tell me if your deputies followed what your normal policy would be, knowing that a potential suspect, I mean, a person might be armed, given the charge of brandishing a firearm, and that there was a protective order?
I don't know if I heard all of that or not.
Yeah, I understand. The way that the warrant serving was conducted,
sure,
with somebody that may have had a firearm given the charge of brandishing a firearm, and then also a protective order. The way that this was conducted and the way they approached the door, is this the way that it's supposed to happen?
Yes, well, we're not supposed to be shot, but yes, they did follow the process. And, you know, you have to be careful at all times, of course. And these are seasoned officers, and they were using their precautions just like we do countless times during the week. That's why it's so important that that officers always have their safety. They watch out after each other. And while I'm answering, let me tell you this. We had a response from agencies all across this state. And it really helps us with resources. Virginia State Police, they were right on scene. We had federal agencies here that were represented. We were getting calls for support. So for a local agency, that is paramount when these things happen, and we really appreciate that. But I hope I answered your question on the policy.
You did. Why is VSP investigating this?
Well, anytime that, I'm not going to get into all of the facts of the case, of course, because we're still learning these things. We're still, the guys are still on the ground down there right now trying to piece this together. But anytime we have something that may be an officer-involved shooting or an officer that has been shot, we will call on our partners just out of transparency because people may think we have a vested interest in that because our officers were involved.
So to clarify, did your law enforcement officers shoot at the individual?
They did not. They did not.
Sheriff, there were several neighbors I spoke with who said there was an incident at this same area last weekend with the same individual. Are you allowed to confirm any of that?
I cannot.
Are you able to tell us if the suspect, Mr. Leonard, is ex-military?
I don't know his background as of yet. We have people that's working on that right now to get behind his history, if he has a history, if he's from this area originally. So we have people that's working on that as we speak.
So you don't recall any history with him personally?
I won't get into it. I can't get into his history right now.
For clarification, was there a standoff with the gentleman?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
How long can you estimate?
Hours.
Are you able to tell us what guns he was firing or gun he was firing?
No, sir, I can't.
Was there anyone else in the house with him?
No, I think he was alone. Yes.
How many officers were involved in this, and what are the conditions of those officers, to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, good question. There was 3 officers that were injured. All 3 are well. Of course, they're shaken up. And they're going through the process now of trying to heal. Their wounds were some superficial, and but they're okay physically.
Do you know anything about, I know you said you don't know specifically which weapon, but do you know about handgun, long gun?
I won't get into what kind of guns it was found. That's part of the investigation.
For the magnitude of response from the neighboring jurisdictions, was this due to what we've heard was possibly that the officers had some trouble retrieving from the area?
Well, I think when the call goes out, as any officer's been shot, and they need assistance, the hue and cry goes out, and we answer it. If it had been another jurisdiction, I would expect our people to do the same.
Did you have to forcibly go into the house, or did he come out on his own?
I won't get into that.
The negotiation team, they came through to help with this situation. Can you talk about how effective they were in this standoff while he was barricaded in the home?
I won't get into what the conversation was, but it is, Rick just said, it was a peaceful outcome. Thank goodness. That's what we were all hoping for. That's what we were trained for. And but it was a peaceful outcome. No one else was hurt or injured.
And so none of your folks actually had to enter the home to end this thing.
We won't get into that at this time.
Sheriff, can you just clarify one more time again? 3
Sure.
injured. Did you say 2 were by shrapnel? They were not shot.
That appears to be shrapnel, yes.
Okay. And
Yes.
then, but 3 were injured. How was
Yes.
the 3rd injured? Same way?
Same type of method, yes.
No direct gunshot to any of your officers.
No.
How you holding up, Sheriff? Tough day, long day.
Yes, sir. But you know, and this is the last thing you want to hear come across the radio. I can tell you. And when I heard the mic key up, I knew that there was trouble on the other end. You just have that intuition if you've been in this business for a while. And our prayers are with the officers that they will be okay in the days to come, and they have to relive this. And we would ask for your prayers as well.
Did you have a hard time communicating with officers when this was occurring? Was that again the prompt of the large response?
Yes, there was some issues in communications, as you could imagine, with the anxiety levels and the seriousness of the offense. There was a point in time that we were trying to contact them. Yes.
Just to clarify, is a response of this magnitude typical for a situation like this?
Yes. Yes. They are, and when these things happen, all of us are wearing the same uniform.
But what do you have to say to the folks that live around here? I know that these are completely unrelated, but just a few miles from here, there was a Franklin County basketball coach who was shot and killed, and this is another violent incident. These are completely separate, but they are close together, and the folks that live around here might be wondering what the heck is going on.
Yeah. This seems to be an isolated incident at this residence, so we can tell the community that it's safe, and but this is the times we live in. I mean, I expect each one of y'all have made numerous news accounts on incidents like this. We wish that was not so, but it's true. That's a true fact. And fortunately, no lives were lost this evening, and it came to a peaceful resolution.
Sheriff, in some of these situations, the negotiators will reach out to family members of the suspect. Was there any family member or anyone helping to encourage him to come out of the house?
We won't get into the conversations, but efforts were being made.
Can you say if there's a system in place to notify neighbors of something like this happening, so they
We
stay
do.
in the home?
Yeah, we do. It's a reverse call to our neighbors. But this is a pretty rapidly evolving incident, And so it had a good resolve this evening. Thank goodness.
Assuming
Thank
that
the Lord.
I'm sorry. Assuming that the helicopter was on standby just in case.
Yes. Yes. And rescue personnel were here just in the case.
And those are volunteers.
Yes.
And again, you were pleased and thankful for the support of so many partnering agencies. That's important.
Absolutely. It is. And the support that we find throughout these law enforcement partners that we have, I can't say enough good things about these guys.
Does this have any relation to the inmate that escaped from Danville prison the other day?
No, sir. No, sir, none.
Is that it?
All right.
I think that's it.
Listen, thank you, gentlemen,
Thank you, sir.
and thank y'all for being patient with us.
And gal.
And guys, and gals, yeah.
So, in the AM, it's not AM yet, but I'll get to the office. I'll sift through what we have and see if there's any more we can release at that point. So we'll kind of do a synopsis in the morning from us. Most of the communication will come from us at this point until this is completed. Once the investigation is completed, we'll turn everything over to the Commonwealth, and he'll do his business from that point on, okay?
Do you anticipate there being any press conference tomorrow or any media availability?
I don't see a need. Do you, Sheriff?
I don't, unless new developments come about, but I don't see a need.
Okay.
Who should we expect a mugshot from?
The jail?
Yeah, we can send that out once he's booked. We'll be able to get that out to everybody. We have all y'all's emails?
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
yes.
Okay, okay.
And he'll copy me on it, I'm sure, too, and I'll put it in the press release when we do the synopsis in the morning.
Thank you.
Okey-doke.
Thank you all.
Thank
so
you
much.
all. All right,
Thank you, guys.
let's turn off the sun.
Watch for the deal when you leave.
Oh, yes, sir.
Good job, Sheriff. Good job.
No,
Thank you.
wait,
Good job.
it is ours. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Good job.